One of the things that has really impressed me about Christianity, I don't come from a Christian background, I come from a Hindu background, is this God of Christianity. And it took me a very long time to understand, why would God love sinners? Why would God love bad people? It's such an illogical idea. You just look at it and look at the logic of it. You would never tell your children, like bad people or love bad people. You would never do that. And yet this God of the Bible loves the worst of sinners. It really doesn't matter what grade of sinner you are equally loved. And He has demonstrated that love. Why would God love sinners? You know, I racked my brains for many years trying to find an answer. And then I began to work with addicts, alcoholics, drug addicts. And I found something very interesting as I worked with them. The parents of these addicts, we always saw that it didn't matter what community they belonged to, what religion they belonged to, what status, financial status they came from, it was always the same. These parents loved that child who was an addict or who was using drugs or alcohol so supremely that they lost sight of the other children who were not doing any of these things. And we would ask them, why do you want to look after this fellow? Just throw him out and just look after the other children. They are not doing all this. They said, no, doctor, we can't help ourselves. And it made me realize that this is what it's all about. Do those drug addicts, do those alcoholics deserve the love that is coming from their parents? The answer is emphatically not at all. Do they need the love of their parents when they are like this? And the answer is, of course they do. And I began to answer and find the answer that the Bible is always given. Why does God love sinners? Because they deserve it? Not at all. Because they need it desperately? Of course. And that is why the Bible's most famous text is, for God so loved this world of people who are against Him, who are at enmity with Him, who are full of sin and will continue to be in sin, excepting for His intervention. For God so loved this kind of a world that He gave the whole of heaven, emptied out in one gift, the gift of Jesus. He gave not just for one day, not just for 33 years, but forever. To anyone who would believe and receive this gift, it is given. And this is what is called amazing grace. And this is Rohini Virathan saying, for Breakthrough today, have an amazing day with Jesus Christ.